Dawson's Rentals.
Hey YouTube, Dawson Ryder here with just a few little tidbits of some DonBrothers news and rumors that I wanted to discuss. First of all, we have some rumored second quarter toy listings, which I wanted to talk about for one specific reason, but I'm going to read them off. We have DX Don Onitajin, a potential regular mech. So, because there's been rumors and stuff that we're going to get regular mech, even though we're starting a little bit differently, which I assumed, even if there wasn't rumors, I highly doubted that this Zenkaiger hybrid thing was going to be our only mech for the series. We're getting like an additional henshin weapon. I don't know if that means like an additional morpher type thing or just like a weapon that transforms, but apparently it's going to be like a spear to axe. It could just mean a weapon that henshins from a spear to an axe and nothing to do with the henshin device. I just, the word henshin's in there. And then an additional shield weapon, and these are all going to be releasing around like the June, July, summertime. And then a Change Heroes Momotaro Robo, so that's probably going to be like one of the alters. And then this is the one I wanted to talk about, which is the Sentai Hero Series Auxiliary Rangers Gold and Silver. Based on the timing, I'm going to assume these are our 6th Rangers, kind of appearing in a gold and silver duo like, the Go on Wings or Beaten Stagbuster. And every year I have like the same joke premise at the beginning of, I bet they're going to do gold and or silver again, and I'm going to be annoyed at the uncreativeness of it, but the suit design will probably, win me over, and then the characters will wind up being caricatures. That's probably what's going to happen. It's such a small, superficial thing to complain about, but I think it just is crazy to me that we're taking these risks with how different Zenkaiger and DonBrothers is, and yet we can't take the risk of having a non-gold or silver 6th Ranger. It just bothers me so much. Like, I've seen people argue, which I can understand, that, like, because the main Rangers are so different to a degree with Zenkaiger and DonBrothers, that, like, they'd want to play it more safe with another gold and silver, which I understand, but it's like, dude, while you're at it, how sad is it that your franchise can't take the quote-unquote risk of having a different colored 6th? I miss wondering, like, what color is the Special Ranger going to be? What's it going to be? It's going to be another gold and silver basic bench. So tired of it. Like, again, the suits will probably win me over. This always happens. I hate that they still use them, but the suits win me over, and then they wind up turning into caricatures instead of characters. At the very least, like, if we're going to introduce 2 of them, could we have not done, like, gold and purple, or silver and white, or something? I hate it. As long as the show's good, it doesn't matter. I just think it's really boring and uncreative. I don't hate it, I just don't like it at all, and it's terrible. Other little tidbits is we get a look at what I think is one of the first monsters of the week, which is this night-based monster, and it looks like they might be basing some of the monsters off of past Sentai, kind of like how old and busted past Sentai designs are worming their way into the rest of the series. One thing that's kind of interesting, though, is it appears that the monsters of the week might also be human too, kind of like Rider. We did that with other series too, like with the kind of having human-based stories with Ryu Soldier, which is kind of interesting, which kind of mixed thoughts, because to a degree that makes it interesting for Sentai, because for Sentai the monsters of the week are usually just monsters and we don't have like a human story behind it, so that could change things out. But at the same time, it's something Rider does, and so it's not something I'm not used to seeing, but at least that's kind of interesting. And the other thing is it's for sure confirmed that they are transforming into past Rangers. I know that we talked about like the designs based on past Rangers with the Tokuji Alter and stuff like that. There was a rumor a while back that they would also be doing like Gokai changes, but we didn't really hear anything about that ever since then. Like, there was the rumor, but we didn't see anything in the initial trailers or anything like that. But there is a picture showing, the Black Ranger transforming into Ryu Soul Black, and it kind of looks like Decade in the sense that it becomes the Ranger suit, but they still have their belt. And I hate this so much. I'm so tired of this crap. That's just all I have to say. Everyone is so up in knots about the CGI characters and all that stuff, but this is the stuff that I hate. The CGI characters, I have my own thoughts on those, but that's not the thing that's tripping me up. What I hate is use of past teams transforming garbage. That's the thing I hate. It's ultimately a superficial thing, but it's just such a representation of what I've hated about the direction of certain Toku in recent years, and it's just so weird right after the anniversary to do this, and that's what I hate. I just really don't think we need it. I don't necessarily mind them incorporating the idea of like the past Ranger designs or monster designs in the monsters. That's kind of cool. It can kind of like Revice. It's kind of something that's like, oh, that's neat. Like, you can kind of see how they designed it, but it doesn't interrupt the show. But the idea of them turning into past Rangers, I just think is wholly unnecessary, and I hate it with like every fiber of my being. It's just so superficial and stupid, and it takes away from it being special. Like, when the idea was first introduced for Rider with Decade and for Sentai with Gokai, it was such a cool idea. I liked it, just like everybody else. But now, there's been such an obsession, both from the people making the franchise and the fans, with all these past callbacks and crap, that it's just took something that used to be so special and exciting like a holiday and has made it into just something that I despise. I feel like I feel like I'm being force-fed the chocolate cake by Trunchbull whenever we get stuff like this. So this is the type of stuff I'm hating. You know, I'm fully open to this show surprising me and being great despite this, but I just don't think I need it, and I really hate it. But what do you guys think? Are you okay with the past changes? What do you think about the monsters possibly being inspired by past Sentai? And what do you think about another Gold and Silver Ranger? Let me know in the comments as always. Until next time, don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, and climb steps and ring that bell to occasionally try videos. Dawson Ryder, signing out.